So that's the only thing I'll say. Yeah, if the Leafs were to go after a big, like, if anyone else wants to drop it in the comments or the chat, like, CHYCHRUN would be the one that makes sense because it's past this year, 4.75. Like, it's a reasonable, really reasonable cap hit for a guy that does what he does. And if Matt Knies is to move kind of the pin on that and to make it happen, and the Leafs were to draft a guy like Quentin Musty late first round, I would be so down for that. There's obviously other guys out there like that I would be in contention for kind of that conversation of like trading a Knies, but it's definitely not a rental. Like if Horvat was to be in the conversation and they would be willing to, or Horvat's camp would be willing to talk and Horvat would be willing to stay long-term, then I would be willing to put Knies in that conversation again for Horvat if he was willing to stay long-term and for a little bit of like a cap decrease. He's not willing to do that in Vancouver, but maybe a team that's like challenging for a cup or challenging for a playoff run. I know the Leaf jokes will come in as I say that, but if Horvat was to get in around, I said to Jeremiah today, around that 7 to 8 million range, maybe he's out of that range now, but maybe with a playoff team, he would consider a little bit of a cut. Past that, there's not too many guys I would talk about, but I think the Leafs and Dubas are going to be in every single conversation, but that would be cool. Trade. I don't want them to trade Knies, but if you traded Knies and kept your first round pick and drafted a guy like Musty, as I said, and got a guy like CHYCHRUN, that would be a dub because you got to trade that first round pick regardless. So that would be a dub, but I don't know. I think the Coyotes are going to want both. And honestly, I'm not doing that. If it's both the first round pick and Knies, I'm laughing at that conversation and I'm hanging up the phone and I'm never bringing it up again.